The Sales Bible by Jeffrey Gitomer. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Samuel and I want to make self-growth normal. I don't want to do it alone though, so if you want to make self-growth normal, then make sure to smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. It helps with SEO and ranking and all this other stuff, and I really appreciate it because so much work goes into making these videos. My experience listening to this book was like, wow. I have never heard anything like it, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I don't mean it in a good way. Actually, I think I mean it both ways. So this dude has a whole field of confidence. And this is like, it seems like it's meant to basically be like a classic sales sort of book. He begins with the 10 commandments of sales, misconceptions, and some interesting ones, like how salesmen will do research on the company they're pitching because they think that they're doing something that the company isn't doing, but the company will typically do like twice as much before the salesman even walks in the building. In the beginning, at least, you can definitely hear what he believes in and what he doesn't. He is obsessed with testimonials, he is obsessed with the customers, and not techniques.
Because he thinks techniques are manipulative.
He's obsessed with self-belief, and I think a lot of sales trainers have their own things that they value, they prioritize. This guy makes his values and priorities as a salesperson very upfront, just ubiquitous, but there's something very odd about how quick he is to defend the importance of these things, rather than offend using that importance. That's just like, I think it takes a lot away from the spirit of the book. I have very, very high expectations of authors who write about their experiences with selling, simply because these people by themselves are expected to have very, very high expectations and meet and exceed those expectations. Sales is a really crazy job, because if you don't do that, you're gonna fail. I know that literally
anyone in the universe can reach unrealistic expectations.
And if someone is going to put out a book called The Sales Bible, I don't know, man. That's like a huge thing you're setting yourself up for there. Because there's something about this book that makes it seem like, I'm sure it's not this, but it makes it seem like he's just talking from mainly just his experience. And the experiences aren't all that giant. If that's the case, something good about this book is that I think that says a lot about how persistent and driven he is to show the amount of work that goes into trial and error that you can kind of extract these things from and organize into a little package for us to unwrap. But the weirdest thing about this book is that it gets better and better throughout the book. I really disliked the beginning, because I totally agree with the points he was making, but the energy behind them is just, there's something bitchy about it. Maybe I'm just becoming numb to the positive/negative mindset tips and tricks that people have been writing about, or maybe just at least the ones that I've been listening to in the last couple months. But the actual, practical knowledge in this book, however,
it packs a punch.
At least after the beginning. Everything about referrals, objections, including the whole thing about how no one actually ever says no, really because of the price itself. How to listen, what questions to ask, networking, how to build a network, how you know that what you are doing is working or not. And there's a lot of clarity in it. There's a it's hilarious too. It's a very interesting section about voicemails. And the book just got better and better as I listened. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because I sold myself throughout the book, and I just happened to be getting in a better mood as the day went by, or because I just persisted and I was like, well, I have to listen to this whole book anyway because I'm gonna review it. I don't know if it was because he was like,
don't have a negative attitude, because negative attitude will hurt you.
And that alone gave me this negative impression, but then he started to joke around and talk about negative things like all of us probably should, in ways that just say that we see them as nothing to worry about. It's like all of a sudden the storm died down and the sun was out, and all I really have to say about this book is that it's got a lot of very useful, quirky tips and tricks of the trade, and the beginning is just I really didn't like the beginning at all. I mean, I did, but I found it shameful. And if you're gonna have a shameful portion of your sales book, like why is it even in the sales book? Like, so yeah, it doesn't really head off to a great start, but it does get better. It gets a lot better. Quotes. It's in your head before it's in your wallet. If you can make a sale, you can make a commission. If you can make a friend, you can make a fortune. Mickey Mouse makes more money in a year than every company in this room combined. Prospects are just as motivated to lose something as they are to buy it. If you chase the world, it runs from you. If you run from the world, it chases you. Failure is an event, not a person. The customer's perception is your reality. Direction 1. I recommend this book if you think that you've heard it all in terms of like what to do and what not to do when it comes to sales. Even the first part, the one I really wasn't a fan of, I think that's worth checking out just to get more of an idea of what serves you and what doesn't. That's another reason I'm always like, guys, every book I review I think is worth getting. Get any of these books. And it doesn't even matter what I think of them. At the end of the day, if you look back, what matters from your self-education is yourself. Like you. You gotta take and get and grab every single thing, every single drop of value that you possibly can out of these books and just go with it. Direction 2. Despite what I just said, however, I don't think this book can compare to Sell or Be Sold by Grant Cardone or The Psychology of Selling by Brian Tracy. The Sales Bible by Jeffrey Gitomer. There's a link in the description if you guys want to check it out and read the reviews. That and all the other books that I mentioned in this video if you want to check those out as well. If there are any other books that you guys want me to check out and review, please let me know in the comments below. Also let me know if you checked out this book and you liked it. But hey, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, because I don't know why people watch this far into my videos and they don't subscribe. And if you did subscribe but you want to turn it up a notch and join the notification squad and turn on that little bell to receive a notification every time I drop a new video, that would mean the world to me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. You can find me everywhere and I will see you then.